She's the mother of dragons in Game of Thrones. And that's what Blake Lively says in a text message, that she too has her dragons, Ryan Reynolds and Taylor Swift. That's, again, believed to be the other person.
In the explosive legal battle between Justin Baldoni and Blake Lively, new text messages reveal shocking behind-the-scenes drama. From Blake Lively's alleged push to control the film's edit to these apparent mentions of Taylor Swift and even a weight discussion.
You know that Justin and his team promised to start releasing all of his correspondence with her. They're saying, we'll be an open book. This is not a nice person. And Justin bent over backwards to accommodate her many, many demands, which included, according to him, taking over the film, rewriting scenes, all of which is very irregular for the co-star.
This morning, 3 months after the bitter PR war between It Ends With Us stars Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni began, the case has finally reached court. Their attorneys facing off for the first time in front of a federal judge who warned both sides to rein in the public rancor to avoid influencing a potential jury.
It actually gets worse.
But they're saying she decided she wanted to take over and use the power of her fame and name and that of her husband, Ryan Reynolds, to bully Justin Baldoni into the fetal position. At one point, he leaned forward and slowly dragged his lips from her ear and down her neck as he said, "It smells so good." None of this was remotely in character or based on any dialogue in the script, and nothing needed to be said because, again, there was no sound. Mr. Baldoni was caressing Ms. Lively with his mouth in a way that had nothing to do with their roles. When Ms. Lively later objected to this behavior, Mr. Baldoni's response was,
in the explosive legal battle between Justin Baldoni and Blake Lively, new text messages reveal shocking behind-the-scenes drama, from Blake Lively's alleged push to control the film's edit to these apparent mentions of Taylor Swift, and even a weight discussion.
producing partner of showing her porn. Then they produced in his lawsuit against her a picture of the alleged porn, and it was a beautiful, artistic, absolutely non-porn shot of his business partner and his wife with their newborn baby in a bathtub after a bathtub birth, an at-home birth, holding one another. You can't see any body parts. You can just see that two people clearly are in a bathtub holding their baby. Just here's yet another one. She wants us to believe this is actionable what we just witnessed there. You tell me whether that's what that looks like to you.
Because look at this text. Regarding dailies, again, this is to Blake Lively. Regarding dailies, obviously you know I want your input. That's why I sent the 5-hour playlist. But at this point, it's too early for me to share all the dailies. Once I am physically in the edit and have touched scenes myself, I'd love to share with you. Lively, however, did not appear to be easily deterred because she allegedly pressed further with this response. Regarding dailies, none of the producers have had access to dailies. It's just you.
We have to rethink all the bad press that we read or wrote about Blake Lively. Were we used by a harasser trying to smear her? And this led Justin to eventually speak out saying, this is all BS, that I didn't harass her in any way, shape, or form. She tried to steal my movie from her. I bent over backward to accommodate her.
I can send you my pass at the roof or just read with you when we get together next week. Let me know what you prefer. If you knew me longer, then you'd have a sense of how flirty and yummy the ball busting would play. It's my love language, spicy and playfully bold, never with teeth. And him serving it back to her is just as important.
But we can assume it had something to do with what he saw in these dailies, what he read in the script. Who even knows what led him to even visit on this day? And the person says that from that day forward, he started involving himself, that he basically became a chaperone for her on set. He was there basically every day, involved in the projects, wanting to rewrite lines. And suddenly Ryan Reynolds was trying to wrangle this project from Justin Baldoni.
Megyn Kelly isn't mincing words when it comes to the behind-the-scenes footage of Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni from It Ends With Us after accusing Baldoni of she gave her take on the clip during the Megyn Kelly show. And let's just say she wasn't impressed by the outrage. So what went down behind the scenes, and what explosive revelations did Megyn reveal about this footage? Let's find out after you click that subscribe button and notification bell.
You can hear Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni interacting as themselves, knowing that this is all on video and that this is going to be used to create this dance scene. And no such moment is shown. Just watch it. Watch it.
In her breakdown, Kelly described Lively as being completely flirtatious in the scene the clip first shared by Daily. C shows Lively and Baldoni dancing together on set. According to Kelly's team, Baldoni is seen leaning in close, kissing Lively's forehead, brushing his face against her neck, flicking her lip with his thumb, and even telling her she smells good, all while chatting with her out of character.
One of the key allegations in her complaint against Justin Baldoni was as follows, okay, from paragraph 48 of her complaint. She writes, on another occasion, Mr. Baldoni and Ms. Lively were filming a slow dance scene for a montage in which no sound was recorded. Mr. Baldoni chose to let the camera roll and have them perform the scene, but did not act in character as Ryle. Instead, he spoke to Ms. Lively out of character as himself. At one point, he leaned forward and slowly dragged his lips from her ear and down her neck as he said, "It smells so good." None of this was remotely in character or based on any dialogue in the script, and nothing needed to be said because, again, there was no sound. Mr. Baldoni was caressing Ms. Lively with his mouth in a way that had nothing to do with their roles. When Ms. Lively later objected to this behavior, Mr. Baldoni's response was, "I'm not even attracted to you." Well, guess what? TMZ has gotten its hands on that video, and you can hear Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni interacting as themselves, knowing that this is all on video and that this is going to be used to create this dance scene. And no such moment is shown.
But Kelly dismissed the accusations, calling it a nothing burger. She argued that they were simply acting, playing a couple in love, and trying to make their chemistry look real for the camera. She also pointed out that Lively was giggling, holding hands with Baldoni, and chatting casually, since the audio wouldn't be used in the final film.
No such moment is shown. Just watch it. Watch it.
Oh my gosh, we don't shut up.
And Emily and I have we have these moments where
Staring? You just stare.
Literally we've done it for 5 minutes. it's like, I think you would find it terrifying. It's literally
You're talking about their spouses.
each other, and
When I
time
found a sociopath.
and time stops.
Yeah.
But that's just how it's been for us from the beginning.
No, we're like, oh my god, there's not enough time.
Oh.
And they score again.
No. It's like, oh my god, I forgot to tell you something else.
I think that's cute. You guys are really cute.
I think it's more than cute. It's so nosy.
They're acting like lovers.
Noses.
And my nose is so big.
I was hoping that we could address this. It's not too late. Just gotta shut down. We gotta call an insurance month and just deal with that. And
Yeah.
then,
Deal with your big nose.
just kidding.
Okay, there. Okay, so he puts his like head in her neck.
I'm not getting beard on you today.
And says, "Am I getting beard on you?"
It smells good.
Well, it's not that. It's my body makeup.
Right. And then says, "Smells good." And she says, "It's my body makeup." That's her moment. They are playfully acting for the camera, trying to make it look like two lovers, two people in a relationship.
Kelly insisted that while they were clearly being flirty, it was all lighthearted, according to her. They even joked about their spouses, making it clear that there was nothing serious going on in the now viral clip. The two debate whether it's better to talk or kiss. During the montage, Lively says talking feels more romantic, and Baldoni agrees. Then she wonders if anyone will figure out what they're really discussing. He jokingly reassures her they're never going to find out. Now, with Hollywood buzzing over this footage, Kelly's take is definitely stirring the pot. But what do you think? Is this harmless acting? Or is there more to the story? The conversation between Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni takes a personal turn when they start talking about their spouses. Lively mentions that she and Ryan Reynolds talk all the time, while Baldoni jokes that he and his wife Emily just stare at each other for 10 minutes straight, making it seem like only 5 that cracks Lively up. But Baldoni quickly adds that she'd probably find it terrifying, as Lively keeps gushing about how much she and Reynolds talk. Beaton calls it cute and says they make a great couple. But Lively corrects him, saying it's more than just cute, realizing his mistake. Baldoni quickly agrees and calls their relationship amazing. Megyn Kelly, however, isn't having it after the accusations tied to this clip. She calls out Lively for making it seem like something serious happened. She questions whether anyone watching would actually see this as her and claims Lively is. Now trying to position herself as a Me Too victim because of this scene, Kelly doesn't hold back, calling the whole thing absurd and insisting that Lively isn't being truthful. She even says she believes Lively less than ever and completely doubts her claims. Now in her view, if Lively were telling the truth, there'd be nothing to fear. Meanwhile, in the now viral footage, Baldoni, who directed It Ends With Us, suggests they should be filmed almost kissing. But Lively keeps the conversation going, arguing that chatting is actually more romantic and teasing that audiences don't always need the kiss they expect. Then things take a goofy turn as they press their foreheads together. Lively starts talking about noses, saying she feels so...
Voicemail at 2 a.m. It's interesting, by the way, he has it. I guess he was taping his own voicemails, because this is, according to TMZ, coming from him or his team, not from her. I think the point of it is to show us that he was not some evil harasser. He was subjugated to her and Ryan Reynolds, and clearly afraid of both of them.
The behind-the-scenes clip rolls into another take showing Justin Baldoni giving directions to the crew and chatting with Blake Lively about the scene. But just over 7 minutes in the conversation that seems to have sparked Lively's accusation happens.
We'll play you a 2-minute summary of the 7-minute groveling apology he sent her in this voicemail at 2 a.m. It's interesting, by the way, he has it. I guess he was taping his own voicemails, because this is, according to TMZ, coming from him or his team, not from her. I think the point of it is to show us that he was not some evil harasser. He was subjugated to her and Ryan Reynolds, and clearly afraid of both of them. This guy's been to a few too many how to be a feminist classes. Take a listen.
Hey, Blake. It is 2 in the morning. Hopefully this does not wake you up. I want to start with an apology. Man, reading the second part of your message, my heart sank. And I'm really sorry. I for sure fell short. And you worked really hard on that. And the way you framed it and how that made you feel, I just want to say thank you for sharing that with me.
That Baldwin asks if his beard is rubbing off on her, and Lively laughs, saying she's probably getting spray tan on him. Instead, he responds by telling her it smells good, and they both crack up Lively, then clarifies that it's actually her body makeup, not the spray tan, as the extras cheer in the background. Baldoni calls cut and tells everyone they've got enough footage for a 17-minute reel.
Ryan Reynolds, and clearly afraid of both of them. This guy's been to a few too many how to be a feminist classes. Take a listen.
Hey, Blake. It is 2 in the morning. Hopefully this does not wake you up. I want to start with an apology. Man, reading the second part of your message, my heart sank.
In her civil rights complaint last month, Lively claimed that no one else heard this exchange because the scene was silent and their microphones were off. But DailyMail.com revealed that Baldwin's mic was actually on, and even released the footage showing the entire interaction. After Lively's accusations, Baldoni fired back with a lawsuit of his own. He first sued the New York Times for defamation. Then last week, he escalated things with a massive $400 million lawsuit against Lively and her husband Ryan Reynolds. He's accusing her of using her fame to take over his film and destroy his career.
Legal battle between Justin Baldoni and Blake Lively just got more intense, and I didn't think it could, because Justin just launched an entire website with close to 400 pages of evidence as he tries to win public opinion in this legal battle between It Ends With Us drama. I don't know anything. Basically, these two are involved in legal disputes. I feel like I've learned more about them in the past few months than I've learned about my friends and family. When you go to his website, there's 2 different documents, but the first one is the amended complaint. It is 224 pages, and in it shows that they found metadata of the New York Times article posted in December showing that they have been colluding with Blake and Ryan for months. And then there is the timeline of the relevant events. It is 168 pages, which starts January 1st, 2019, when you first emailed Colleen about the movie, all the way to January 29th, 2025. That is a 6-year timeline. Like, I've never seen anything like that.
Baldwin's suit also claims that Lively didn't even read the book It Ends With Us was based on until filming was already well underway. He further alleges that she, along with her publicist Leslie Sloan and the New York Times, worked together to stir up negative press against him.
Lively did not even read the book that the movie was based on.
Correct.
And we're not talking War and Peace. And then she wanted to, ixnayed all of the wardrobe choices, because when you're making a movie about a poor woman who's suffering from domestic violence, you want her to look like she has money.
Right.
That Blake said.
That's what she did.
She looks like she has money.
Yep.
And she's dressing in florals. And then she's going on this press tour. Her liquor line and her hair care line, because that's what women who are trying to escape with their lives are worried about.
In one part of the legal filing, it's claimed that Blake Lively tried to intimidate Justin Baldoni by bringing up her famous husband Ryan Reynolds and her close friend Taylor Swift. She allegedly compared herself to Game of Thrones Kishi, saying, "I have a lot of dragons."
Now you see text messages in this lawsuit from Blake Lively comparing herself to the heroine of Game of Thrones, the fiercest female character we've seen in years, Khaleesi. That's her riding her dragon. She's the mother of dragons in Game of Thrones. And that's what Blake Lively says in a text message, that she too has her dragons, Ryan Reynolds and Taylor Swift. That's, again, believed to be the other person. And that they are powerful advocates for her. And while it seems to be said like, I'm so lucky that I have them as great storytellers to help me rewrite the script, what Brian Friedman alleges is, you'll go along or I'll unleash my dragons on you, you loser who no one's ever heard of.
But that's not all. Lively and her team are also accused of altering text conversations between Baldwin's publicist to make it look like they were plotting a smear campaign against her. These edited texts were later shared online, sparking a wave of social media backlash for Baldoni and his team.
Legal battle between Justin Baldoni and Blake Lively just got more intense, and I didn't think it could, because Justin just launched an entire website with close to 400 pages of evidence as he tries to win public opinion in this legal battle between It Ends With Us drama. I don't know anything. Basically, these two are involved in legal disputes. I feel like I've learned more about them in the past few months than I've learned about my friends and family. When you go to his website, there's two different documents, but the first one is the amended complaint. It is 224 pages. And in it, it shows that they found metadata of the New York Times article posted in December showing that they have been colluding with Blake and Ryan for months. And then there is the timeline of the relevant events. That is 168 pages, which starts January 1st, 2019, when he first emailed Colleen about the movie, all the way to January 29th, 2025. That is a 6-year timeline. Like, I've never seen anything like this. This is what Justin wants to let the public know, and this website is live and you could see it for yourself. Like, they're really living up to the movie name. It Ends With Us.
Because she writes back, or seemingly writes back, I understand that you'll never personally know all the nuances of the challenges unless you live this physical moment in time I'm in with this physical road ahead. So having your understanding and support to help me pull this off is critical and very, very appreciated. Not just in my experience now, but also healing from experiences past. So thank you.
Bond's cross complaint reveals some shocking details, like how he and his family had to spend the premiere of It Ends With Us in a B, because Lively wouldn't let him be in the same room as her. So is Blake really twisting the truth if she's not being honest here? What else has she exaggerated or even made up? The whole situation feels like a smear campaign more than a legitimate accusation. This isn't the first time Blake's story has been called into question. You might remember when she accused Justin's producing partner of showing her turns out what she called was actually a beautiful intimate photo of the partner and his wife with their newborn baby after a home birth. There was nothing inappropriate about it.